Facing me.
Well, you
Yes.
gotta wait.
Hello, Prana.
How are you doing?
Hey guys, Mr. Kishpa. I miss you.
I miss you too.
So I'm Skyping you guys from 50 feet under the surface of the ocean right now. You can see out the window there. There are a lot of fish today. I don't know if they're swimming by right now. Apparently not. But it's been really fun getting to know all of you guys. So I'm going to give you a tour of the world's only underwater lab called Aquarius. So come with me as I walk you around. Start back here. Oh, if Ashton moves out of the way. This is Ashton. Hi. This is the bunk room. It can house 6 aquanauts overnight if they're doing saturation diving. I'm going to take you over here. Check this out. You guys see that barracuda out there? Those are some yellowtail snappers. And if you can see, I'm going to print this out a little bit. You see those lines at the bottom of the ocean? Those are the ones that are going to the transducer that will hopefully call in the sharks. Look at this guy right here. See those teeth? Yeah, he's looking at you. All right, I'm going to move you around here to that. That's the main lock. There's Ashton again. And that's Melissa. She is one of the other teachers under the sea. And this is the real hero. This is Roger. He runs everything here.
How are you guys doing?
Over on this side, you see all of the control panels for this place. Roger tells us don't ever push the red button. So we don't.
Do it.
What does it do?
What does it do? It cuts all of the power to this lab so that they can get out and get help if they need it.
Cool.
Okay? We're not going to have that problem, though. All right, on this side is the galley. You can see there's a little sink there, microwave oven. They basically eat camp food when they're down here because there is no oven, no stove. Coming through the other lock here, stepping through. This is where all the technology is. So this is a sonar. We're tracking, trying to find the big fish. And then over on this side, we have a couple different kinds of sonar going on here. This one on the right side, I feel looks like a sonogram. And to me, since the fish are my babies, it's like we're tracking our babies. All right, and outside this way is it's actually the wet porch. Let me see if I can open this up for you. So this is how we get into the lab. In and out, I guess I should say. Oh, there's Laura. Hi, Laura. So you can see that it's all open in here. They just step right down in there and swim right out into the ocean. Pressure keeps this place full of air. It doesn't flood. We don't die. All right, coming right back in then. I'm gonna go sit down and we can take some questions. Here's the toilet, by the way, if anybody's interested. We don't use it, however. We got an ocean for that. Hold on one second.
Where does it go? Who asked that question?
All right, so if you're going to ask questions, you're going to have to speak very loudly so I can hear you.
Yes.
You're gonna sit here so you can look out the window.
Are you ready for questions? Ben?
I'm ready for questions. Bring them on, Mr. Kishpa.
I will ask. I have a series of them from different students that they gave me on a note card here.
Oh, put you on the spot. Way to go.
Well, I mean, Melinda, you want to come up and ask a question? You gotta show your face though.
So, how did you find out about the program?
How did I find out about the program?
Yes.
Because I love the Florida Keys so much, I have every Florida Keys Facebook page saved, and the Florida Keys Marine Sanctuary posted it, and I saw Teacher Under the Sea, and I knew I had to have that. So that's how I got in here.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How many sharks do you usually see in a day?
We have not seen any sharks yet. Up until now, we've been using the low frequency sounds to try to lure them in, and they aren't coming. So today they actually deployed what are called BRUVs, B-R-U-V. That might be something for you guys to Google, check it out. But they're basically, it's like a bait machine trap sort of thing. And if that doesn't work, we're chumping the water tomorrow.
Really?
Oh, look. Check that out. Those are our divers. That's Alon and Laura, who you just saw exiting.
Hi, I have to go, but I want to
It's
say.
so great.
Away? They can see you too. Yeah.
That's awesome. They're going to take a picture. Hold on one second.
Oh, nice. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, Mrs. Parker. Roger.
Oh, sorry.
Thank
Can you
you.
hear me?
There, you guys just got a picture.
Fish there too. Sorry if I'm aggressive.
We're all taking selfies like you wouldn't believe down here. All right, so I'll send that picture to Mrs. Hooper, so you'll have that picture. It'll be you guys from outside Aquarius. How about that? All right, other questions?
How big is Aquarius?
How big is Aquarius? It is about the size of a very small school bus. There are 6 of us in here right now, and I'm telling you, it is crowded. We were running into each other.
How long are you down there?
In Aquarius?
Yeah.
We're in here for no longer than an hour because of pressure and bottom time and surface interval and all of that, because we have other diving to do. We're helping the scientists out in the field, which has been really fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
How did you have to prepare to be in Aquarius? Like, what type of preparation did you have to do?
You mean just to come into the lab?
What's that?
Just to come into the lab, or to do this whole project?
To do the whole project.
To do the whole project, we had meetings, conference calls every Friday. So we did a lot of learning, a lot of education and reading and researching. And then, of course, we all have our diving experience, so we were all already okay. And Roger, the guy that I showed you earlier, he has been keeping our tables to make sure that we are safely in Aquarius and we're safely surfacing and whatnot.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Have you seen any bioluminescence while in Aquarius?
Not yet, no. We're usually out of the water by the time the sun goes down, so we'd have to be looking pretty hard to find that.
Cool. What is your favorite part of scuba diving?
The fish.
Oh,
The
that's
fish.
nice. Angel's back.
When I'm down here, it's really tough because I have a very serious disorder called fish attention deficit disorder. And as soon as I see a fish, I'm like, what was that? And we're trying to do some science stuff here, and it's been a challenge for me to stay
What's
focused.
the coolest fish thing?
Spotted eagle ray. It's my favorite creature. I've spent years trying to see them, and I saw them this week. They were right next to me. It was awesome.
Spotted eagle ray?
Spotted eagle ray.
Have you guys ever seen that? No? Might be something worth Googling.
Definitely. Most beautiful creature alive.
Cool. So what are you most proud of about being in Aquarius? Like, what's like something that you're particularly proud of about this project?
It's an experience that not many people have had. We were told basically the lab came about 1987, and there have only been about 700 people in here, and that includes astronauts and aquanauts. Buzz Aldrin actually signed the wall in here, which is really cool.
Buzz Aldrin.
Yes.
You guys know who Buzz Aldrin is?
Yeah.
Sure. Just making sure. All right. Why do you like sharks?
Sharks are absolutely fascinating creatures. Misunderstood. Everybody thinks they're these man-eating killers. But really, they're a very essential part to the ocean's ecosystem, and their disappearance is actually causing a lot of problems. And that's why we're here, to try to sort of figure things out and help to rebuild the reefs, in time.
Can you talk a little bit more about their essential part of the ecosystem? We just in class today talked about the importance of the ecosystem being maintained. So can you talk a little bit more about the sharks and their
Okay, it's the predator-prey relationship. So if predators disappear, then the prey overpowers and outnumbers everything, and then, you know, the things that they eat become less, wow, I just blanked out on that. Less frequent, I guess, less frequent appearances of them, and eventually it's a top-down destruction of the ecosystem. So right now, our role, what we're studying, we have tiles covered with algae, and we have cameras set on them watching the herbivores eating the algae. And if the sharks come in, if we can ever get them here, we want to see what happens to those herbivores. Are they going to take off, and for how long? Or are they going to stick around? So that's what we're trying to see, because the algae will kill the coral.
Very cool. And what, in your particular role as a teacher down there, an English teacher, right?
Yeah.
What are you specifically doing? Like, are you just a part of the team?
Yes, part of the science team. We're all integrated. So like I said, that was a lot of the preparation. I had to learn a lot of stuff before I came here. And it's been so cool working with them because we've blended together so well. But yesterday on our surface interval, we were stuck on the boat for a couple hours, and we all wrote haikus and sonnets together as a team. The science guys were totally into it too. It was great. They were counting syllables out on their fingers. You know, it was so much fun.
Very cool. Do you know how many species of fish you have seen?
You guys see this barracuda hanging out? He's just hanging out. Look at him.
Yeah.
That thing's huge.
Yeah, no, that's the small one. You should see the big guy that lives here. He's as big as I am.
Holy smokes.
I went face to face with one yesterday to get in here yesterday. Came into the wet porch and he was just staring at me. I'm like, I'm coming in. He moved.
Do you know how many species of fish you have seen?
Oh man, I can never count. Lots, lots and lots.
And I want you to know that I was supposed to pronounce that fish.
I'm so sad that Mrs. Hooper went home sick today. So sad. She might have chickened out. Maybe she was afraid that we were going to have to do a rap duet or something, and she wasn't prepared.
I don't know if they know about it. You guys know about that?
Oh, they know about it. Oh, yeah, they're earning that. They're going to earn the chance to watch the video.
Well, how do you get into Aquarius? You talked about that. How do you get in without letting water in? Like, what's that look like?
If you take a glass, you take a glass and turn it upside down in the water and take it down, that air will stay in there. And that's basically the same thing that's happening here. The pressure just keeps the air up and the water down. So we just swim right in. Now there are locks in here, so when they're actually saturating, they lock it down so that they can pressurize this whole vehicle at like 2.5 atmospheres.
Cool.
Roger.
What? Now this is kind of a different question. What would be the procedure if Aquarius started running out of oxygen? What would you guys do?
Okay, that's that red button that I showed you earlier. And then there's a little gazebo out there that is the emergency one, where you just duck your head up and you get some air, and you can be in there for a little bit until they actually send rescue down.
Do you have any fears about going into Aquarius? Did you have any dispelled?
Maybe just afraid that I wouldn't want to leave, and I still have that fear.
What's the procedure for getting supplies down to the facility?
They have these things, they call them pots, and they're dry, so they put everything in there, and they pressurize them, and they bring them down in, and then they open them up, and that's how we've been getting like cell phones and technology and that kind of thing up and down.
Very cool.
These are awesome questions, guys.
Yeah, these are great questions, guys. I gotta give a lot of credit for that. Do you have a lot of free time during this program?
Absolutely not. We go from 7 a.m. We're out on the boat and in the water all day until 6 o'clock. We get back to dock about 6 o'clock. We unload the boat, and then we have about 45 minutes for 4 ladies to shower and eat, and then get right back to shore base so we can do some more learning and science, like data analysis and stuff like that.
Do you lost my question. Lost my follow-up question. Go figure.
Come on, Mr. Tishbaugh.
I'm losing out.
You guys know I used to work with him, right? I always gave him a hard time. I'm allowed.
They're not impressed. So if you was so when you guys are not in Aquarius, like you're just swimming around in the water, what are the type of things that you're doing?
We're on the boat because you have to off gas. So we're sitting up there usually, there's some learning that goes on, like we talk some science things, but it's mostly goofing off. We wrote, like I said, we wrote haikus and sonnet yesterday about the boat and about each other, and we talk about the project, and the teachers basically talk about how incredibly lucky we are to be here and how blessed we are to be here.
Well, so are you just done with the project once this is over, or do you continue on in some manner?
There's a little bit of outreach we have to do when we get back. I plan on doing some things personally, actually, and I have a project in mind that I'm going to work on, but we're hoping, actually, the teachers have decided we're going to have a reunion, and we're going to come down and do some choral restoration together. So I think they started something cool with this program. We're the first to go through it.
Very cool. And if there was a medical accident, where you needed like a medical attention, what would you do while scuba diving or down in Aquarius?
We have some medical, like some of the boat guys are medical technicians, so we're good there. There are procedures, of course. There's a hyperbaric chamber back at base if somebody gets bent. But everybody here is being extremely careful with that. We have very, very particular note taking and table keeping, so everybody's been very safe.
And a question I probably should have asked at the beginning. This is just me going off question. How did you get involved in scuba diving in general? Like, what drew you to that?
I always wanted to do it. I've loved the ocean since as long as I can remember. And whenever I was 17, I went snorkeling in the Caribbean Sea, and I knew I absolutely had to be a scuba diver. Yeah.
Another question over here.
So can we take maybe one or two more questions, then I got to wrap this up because I've got to get back to the surface.
You got it. So one or two more questions. You got one right here? Can
you repeat that, Mr. Fishball?
Couldn't some random guy in a scuba gear just swim into Aquarius?
No, it's actually pretty protected here, and they monitor it. So the underwater police, I guess, will come and get them.
Another question right here.
Unbelievable. Actually, we have a phone that you can just call out like a regular phone, and we have Wi-Fi down here, which is insane. There's a surface buoy, a surface light buoy that has all of the stuff that runs down here, and it's incredible technology.
Were you getting my texts?
I was getting your text, but I was on the boat.
Oh, okay. I think we have time for one more.
Yeah, we'll do one more. Right now, it's actually chilly in here because we come down and we're wet and we have to put our t-shirts, these t-shirts that we're wearing, and it's a little chilly. I think it's like 72. Yeah, it's reading 72 degrees in here.
That's warmer than it is here, we say.
I will tell you though that it's weird. The sound in here is weird. Your ears feel like there's an echo in there, and your voice is very strange. I don't know if it sounds strange to you, but it is definitely weird down here. It's cool.
Jeez. All right. Well, I think that we're good on questions, right? So we got
if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and post them on Schoology, and I'll get to them whenever I'm not sleeping.
All right. So
all right. Thank you guys so much. See ya. Tell Mrs. Hoover I said hello.
We will.
All right.
Thanks,
see you, Mr. Kishbaugh.